Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In a recent Michael Myers video, I told you how I had done a cool little swap with my friend Stefan, and he basically sent along his Yunsil Coveralls and one of these phones and the can of Budweiser and a few other little goodies like the big, I don't know what to call it really, it's not a poster, it's made from material. It's really cool, purely and simply evil, it says. But yeah, I sent him the Rob Zombie coveralls and a bunch of weapons and some other cool little bits and pieces, and we just did a cool trade. So I got these brand new Yunsil coveralls, which are completely stock, and I've got my ones over here, which I dyed navy blue some time ago. And I've got the phone here. The funny story behind this phone, I actually pre-ordered one of these and paid for it, and it got shipped to me and then got lost, and I got a refund. Then about 2 months ago, someone offered to send me theirs for free. I was like, okay, and that never happened. I'm not sure what happened there, but either way, the Myers gods somehow really wanted me to have this phone, because then Stefan said when we were doing our swap, he's like, I'm going to send you the phone and the beer as well. I was like, sweet. So I finally got this thing one way or another, and I'm using the sculpt here, the V2 sculpt by Ryan Harper, because I just think this angle really looks like the moment in the movie, but we're going to look at that later. I'll do a review on the phone separately, get that in the right kind of lighting. But these Yunsil coveralls are absolutely incredible. They're from the final run. I believe Yunsil doesn't like doing these because she doesn't like horror movies. I believe she's out in Korea. There was a interview with Odell on the Stiff Richards podcast where they were talking about Yunsil quite extensively, and you find out where she is and some cool stuff like that, some good information. But my ones, the reason I dyed my ones originally here was because when mine arrived, they were not this tone. They were not this kind of charcoal grey. These are perfect. Like, there's no reason for me to ever touch these. But when I received mine, from whatever run that was, the run before this one, they were much lighter grey than this, just straight up light grey, no charcoal tone to it whatsoever. So that's why I felt compelled to dye them a more pleasing colour. But these ones here, there's no need for that. They are absolutely spot on, and just, it's amazing. This one right here is just so screen accurate. I've even got the stretched kind of t-shirt neck there where it kind of comes down a bit. Everything, man. We've got the Fergo knife, jungle boots, an old Beta Metalli 78 pumpkin, which is really rare now. Nice little base, DX base, and these amazing coveralls, man. Absolutely perfect. Nick Castle stretch. That was quite costly as well, but very worth it. I just can't believe this piece right here, man. Just the... I wish I could tell you which body I'm using here. I have no idea. It's just a body that I had. I must have just snatched it from some other figure, but it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just the coveralls, the way they sit, the way they fall, the collar, everything. It's so good. Where is it? Yeah. It's just insane. Absolutely insane. There he is. Let's just take him off and hold him, because it really kind of hits home when you see it in someone's hand. And you just think to yourself, bloody hell, that is a shrunk down Michael Myers from 1978. Absolutely dead on. Dead on balls accurate. If you've seen my cousin video, you know what I'm talking about. The eyes. It's a silent surfer paint job. And the hair as well. I'm going to call this one the Boogeyman. So that's what I'm calling this one. Boogeyman. This one over here with the phone. Acting all crazy. Look at that. Now we'll just get a nice little look at the original Yunsil coveralls that I owned, that I did dye kind of a navy blue colour. It's that little bit of fluff there. Get off my coveralls, goddamn. And my new ones here, which I received when I did my swap with my buddy Stefan. Hey Stefan, if you're watching. These are from the final run, and they're absolutely perfect. I just feel no no need to do anything to these. And you know what I'm like, I like to tinker with things and get them exactly how I want them, but these are exactly how I want them. There's just no need to do anything to them. They're absolutely perfect. These ones, when I received them, and you can go back and check my original video when I first got these before I dyed them, I was very careful to use cold water and never use a hairdryer, never put them on a radiator with any heat. They were always kept cold when I did the dyeing job. I did my research and found the best way to dye something without any chance of it shrinking. So, and I have laid these on top and measured them, and like literally everything is still exactly in line. So it doesn't seem to have shrunk. And I do remember that these were always a little bit tight around this kind of elastic section around its waist. These particular coveralls, just a little bit tighter. They always have been. Whereas these ones, you've still got the elastic and it's still exactly the way it should be, but there's just a little bit more room here. It just sits on his body and just flows downwards more naturally. So I'm so glad that it worked out that I got a second pair, because now that I can actually do a comparison between the two and see the differences, as subtle as they may be, I'm so glad to have these now. So it's cool because this is, I wanted them to just be, when I got these, they were just straight up light gray, whereas these definitely have a slight bit more of a kind of charcoal kind of color to them. So I wanted a hint of blue in there, that they are still mostly gray, sort of, maybe. I mean, it's not too harsh a difference with the color. See? It really is, there's not that much in it, and they're still mostly gray. To me, really, it's not like they're intense blue, but yeah, I mean, it's really not that extreme, the difference between the two. But it is nice now to have a more blue option, and you know, this is clearly the way to go, though. This is definitely it. There's just something about these from the final run, just incredible. Do they both have, I'm curious about this, on the label, yeah, Tory Box 82, and that's what these ones say as well from the earlier batches. Tory Box 82. I'm not too sure what that means exactly, but it's a Yunsil thing, or maybe it's a material thing, I don't know. But just thought that would be interesting for you to see side by side my original Yunsil coveralls, which I did modify and change the color slightly, and these ones here from the final run, totally unmodified. That's how you get them. And these ones are just so perfect. Awesome to still have these. Very, very happy to still have these. But I'm totally in love with these particular coveralls right here now. They are perfect. 100%. So this is the body I'm using for the new setup with the new coveralls. And this really does seem to be the perfect body for this particular Myers. I wish I could tell you exactly what this is. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be stamped anywhere on him. There's a JX on the back. If that helps, that might help someone out there, might know what that is then. But it's pretty slim. There is no double bend in the elbow, unfortunately, so I can't do those really kind of dynamic, holding the knife up to the mask kind of poses with it. But it just, the coveralls sit so well on this, as you've seen when it was over there. So, Michael Cortez, I remember him mentioning to me that you should try and stretch the neck of your t-shirt so that it kind of hangs loose like this, because when you see Nick Castle standing around on set back in '78, you can see that the kind of collar area of his t-shirt underneath was quite stretched and hung quite low. So that is something to bear in mind when you want total movie accuracy. So I'm working on that. I might use a different, cheaper t-shirt, because this is the actual Yunsil. It's not really a t-shirt, it's sleeveless, but you know what I mean. So I'm not too sure if I want to stretch the Yunsil one. So I've got a few other black t-shirts I think lying around. So I will stretch the neck of one of those to get that more movie accurate kind of hang around the neck with the collar. Yeah, I wish I knew what body this was, because this really does work with the coveralls very well. Alright, so I just want to make sure that that neck, the t-shirt neck there, is stretched a little bit, because that's about where you want that to be, believe it or not. That's about right. And then we can zip it up, put the hands back on. This is the more recent coveralls. These are the final run coveralls, not the navy blue ones over there. These are the perfecto ones. So yeah, just want to make sure I get the neck looking right. Again, shout out to Michael Cortez for pointing that out to me. Certainly does make a difference. It's the little details all coming together in the end that makes something perfect. Alright, so there we have an example of perfection in 1/6 scale. That's just the right amount of neck showing. Absolutely perfection coveralls. Lovely boots. Shout out to Anthony Sang and Justin for sorting me out these jungle boots. They're not the usual kind of material kind. I do have those as well over here. See, you go, like real jungle wears boots. But these ones I actually prefer. They are jungle boots. You can see the green, see? But they're just hard plastic. And I like that because I can stand him up really securely without a base when I want to do pictures. He just solid, man. Because of those hard boots, he just doesn't fall over. He's really locked in place. And there they are, all back together again. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that head sculpt in particular just works so well with this moment from the movie. I just think it looks exactly like it. Just at that angle. Alright, well that's it for now, folks. I will be back with you soon and I'll do a review on the cool phone and the beer. And we'll take a much better look at that particular kind of pose there, the moment from the movie. I'll light it better and take him into this, the proper collection room where I can mess around with the lighting. Get that looking good for you. And yeah, just thanks for all of the amazing support on the Myers vids, all the great comments and just positivity. It's makes it all worthwhile. Alright, drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Facebook at D9333, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.